This is why a lot of you guys aren't growing in life. You know, you guys are doing everything to impress others. You want to prove yourself to people who aren't even successful. You want to be that guy, you want to be that girl with a nice car, with the nice clothes, with the nice shoes, with the big house. You want everything to point in the direction you're doing better than you actually are. You know, it's a saying that when people want to act rich, but they're not rich. You know, they go broke trying to act rich. You know, one thing I'm trying to say here is you need to cut that shit out. You need to slow your ass down and look at life from a realistic standpoint. You know, live at the level you're at. You know, I've seen a lot of the times with middle-aged families, middle-aged people, you know, let's say they're in their 30s, they have a family. They live above their means because they're trying to prove to other people who are in the same category as them, the same lifestyle as them. They want to show that they're doing just as good or if not better. You know, one thing you need to understand is in life you have no reason to prove yourself to anybody. You have no reason to try and prove that you're better, you're doing great. You know, I want you guys to look at life as, hey, it is what it is and it's not what it's not. That statement, I got that statement from G Herbo. I listen to him, he's a rapper, but what you need to understand is that the things that life is not for you, you can't fake it. You can't be saying, oh, I'm a rich guy, I go on trips every weekend, I do all these things, I'm balling out. All that shit all it's doing is draining your bank account. You know. Now, if you're a person who really wants to live that kind of lifestyle, you want to be able to have freedom, go on road trips, you want to do good things for yourself. I do. I want to live that lifestyle. I want to be able to take care of everybody in my life too. You know, if you're that kind of person with that kind of mentality, you know, why don't you dedicate the money you're using to spend on road trips, flights, fucking shoes, clothes, Gucci, Versace, all these expensive brands? Why don't you use that money to dedicate it into a personal brand? You know, I have a couple people I know where they buy expensive clothes, they buy a bunch of things that make them look greater than they actually are, but they say they want to start a YouTube channel and they don't want to invest in a camera. It's like, yeah, you don't have to invest in the camera. I'm not saying everybody who has a YouTube channel needs a camera. We come in a day where if you have an iPhone, you know, I have an iPhone right now, and I'm able to just, I make some of my videos from my iPhone too, and you guys know that. You know, you're able to actually do things, but if you want to increase the quality of content you're actually pushing out there, why don't you invest into things like cameras, mics, a good working PC? You know, a good PC you can use for your editing. I have a $1,000 laptop where I use for my editing. Very good computer, never done me wrong. It's the fastest thing. When I edit, I'm done within the time I've planned to be done. You know, back to what I'm saying is, why don't you use that money you're using on expensive, unnecessary things and actually use it to buy essentials, things that would actually help you grow your personal brand, grow your personal business, grow yourself. You know, instead of spending money on extra clothes, spending money on extra things, why don't you have a gym membership so you can stay in shape, you can look your best? Why don't you take the time to work on your routine, your facial looks? You know, I'm gonna be going for a haircut today. I'm gonna clean myself up, because the way you present yourself is how people are gonna perceive you. I never let anybody label me in a bad way, you know, because at the end of the day, I proved them wrong, in the sense that, hey, look, I'm a person who works on myself. I'm a person who does good things for myself. I may not be at the level I want to be right now, but I'm working towards it. That's the mindset you should have. Not, oh, I'm gonna just fake it, I'm gonna fake this whole lifestyle, I'm not actually living, I'm gonna go beyond my expenses, I could actually afford. Some people are going into debt for these things. They're buying all these expensive brands because they're trying to prove to people that they're in a place that they're actually not. And I beg of you to not do this shit, because at the end of the day, you're just holding yourself back in so many ways, so many freaking ways, man. You know, at the end of the day, it's your choice, it's your decision. You want to live a fake lifestyle, or do you want to be those people who actually work towards the lifestyle they wanted to achieve and obtain? You know, and they say fake it till you make it. All that shit is stupid. You know, I believe in build it till you make it. Build it till you make it. What are the steps it takes for you to build it? You know, maybe you need to focus on saving, focus on budgeting, focus on creating that personal brand you've been talking about. That's what's going to take you to where you want to be. And what's funny is that a lot of successful people don't even buy the things you're looking at. You know, majority of the clients that buy Gucci, Versace, all these expensive brands are people who are of lower class. You know, which is, I find it very mind-blowing, because it doesn't make sense. Why aren't the rich people buying all these things? Why aren't the rich people spending all their money on Versace, Gucci, you know, Louis Vuitton, all these expensive brands? Why aren't they buying Gucci bags? The reason is because they have built habits from when they weren't broke. From when they were broke, they have built those habits, and they still hold on to those habits. They still budget their money, they still save, they still invest into their personal brand or whatever they need to invest in. They don't throw their money out on random stupid things. You know, and there's always all these rappers, all these guys who make it seem like, oh, they're doing all these things. These guys have abundance. So a majority of them have money, or majority of them are faking it just like you. So what you need to understand is, not everything you see on social media is real. Not everything you see on social media is something you should be copying. You know, majority of the people who are actually living the lavish lifestyle, you know, are promoting like small businesses, small businesses that are boring, and you wouldn't even think about that there's money in. You know, some people have a laundry business, you know, but they're posting about it, but you're not seeing it, because what's actually catching your eye is the guy with the racks, the guy with the Lamborghini, the guy with the Corvette, the guy with the fast cars, the guy with everything. You know, you're not looking into what can actually build wealth for you. You're not looking into actually what would help you. You know, that's why you guys need to change your perspective. You know, a lot of you guys buying all these expensive things, spending your money on nonsense, you know, that's stupid. You know, if you want to grow in life, you got to be able to invest your money into things that would actually help you in the long run. You know, spend your money on things that would help you, not waste you. You know, don't make your spending habit a liability. Make it an asset to your growth. Make it an asset to your growth, your dreams, your ambition, everything. You know, really, that's all I gotta say for this video. If you guys can take one thing from this video, is stop trying to impress people outside. People will look at you one time and forget that you ever even existed. You know, they're not there for when you have to work your ass off, bust your ass for, let's say, a 10-hour shift. So why spend that money on things to impress someone who's not there with you during the grind? Why don't you focus on actually building the wealth so you can actually experience freedom? Me personally, that's what I want to do. If you guys don't want to follow that, that's on you. You know, you're gonna stay in the same level, and that's just the truth. I'll catch y'all later. Hope y'all absorb this information. Stay humble, stay blessed. I'll catch you.